my goodness. Najee. Kenny Pickett also. And he banks out. No, oh my, what's going on? Let's go, TD! What the hell was that? Let's go! Phoenix! Yes! Let's go! Alrighty, Steeler Nation. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. Already have 8 people here. That's crazy, man. And I told this one, like I always did say, I just woke up. I dead set just woke up like probably 29 minutes ago. That is insane. We have 9 people already. I can't believe that. Can't believe it. We are 1 day away from the Raiders game too. Before I start though, actually, you know what? It's part of it anyway. So next weekend, right? I don't know where I'll be on the YouTube land, but I just got next weekend. I'm participating in the Australian Pickleball Championship, right? And I'm playing with my mate Ron, and we got to play next Friday at 12:30 p.m. That's not too bad. But I just got an email, and it says here 8 a.m. So I have to wake up at like 6 a.m. or I don't know, 5:30 a.m. and then drive down to Blacktown, which is like west of Sydney, to play pickleball at 8 o'clock. So that should be a lot of fun. Like this time right now. Anyways. Oh yeah, I saw that today too. Oregon's beaten them like 28-0, right? That's crazy. Yeah, man. I got to figure it out. Like, I got to figure out if I want to stay down there. I don't know if it's going to be easier for me to stay down there because the first day I got to be there by 12:30 lunchtime. That's easy. You leave at like 7 or 8. But the second day, I have to be there at 8 o'clock start. And I just got the email, so I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Do I want to stay down there for the afternoon and then enjoy the afternoon? Get food, go to a hotel, and then the next day I might do that. I might try and get some coin and try and stay down there if I can. Anyways, that's happening next week anyway. So that's like in I guess I'm hoping to win too. So there's one event I'm playing in is it's called a co-ed doubles 3.0 to 3.49, and you age combine 100 years. So me and my mate Ron, I'm 33, he's 67, so we combined 100 years. So every team has to be 100 years in total to play that match. So I'm doing that. Then I'm doing men's double 3.0 to 3.49, 18 and above the next day. So we got a chance. I've been training. I've been coaching. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I'm pretty keen. 35-0 at halftime. That's crazy. I just woke up and saw half the score. But what's happening? What is going on? What is happening? Sorry, I'm just deleting a few things. I'll try and be on today for about an hour or so, and we'll kick it, talk football. I think we can win tomorrow's game, to be honest. I think we can. Let me check my audio. We talked about MC this week, so we won't go over that too much. Yes, the Yeti's working. It's still early in the season, but I think Kenny can bounce back. I did a video on that today as well. I know everyone's given up on Kenny. I'm not. I still think there's high hope, and he's also only played 15 games. So there's still time and chance, but there's glaring issues like the O-line, the run game, and play calling and all that stuff. The offense is not good right now. It's like ranked 32nd or 30th in the league. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, right? So let me see. I'm just got to open one window and we will crack on. But as Terrell Owens says, that's my quarterback. Right, let's see who's in the house today. Who's in the house at this early in the morning? We have Gene Smith. G'day, Gene. What's going on, mate? We have Jed Neville too. G'day, Yuli. We have Rod in the house as well. Maurice and Homer. Hashtag here we go. Pittsburgh Toddy 86. And who else we got? That's it so far. I think Jeremiah Yoda too. And Steelers out west too. So Yoda, hell of them are. Keep believing. I will. I am. I'm not. I really do think, to be honest, like social media has killed a lot of things for me. Instant gratification and like the overall access to social media, and like I use it all the time. I'm addicted to it. I use the phone all the time. I use the YouTube all the time. My watch time hours on my phone is skyrocketing. I think overall access to the phone is just it's different how we used to watch football when I was younger. When I was younger, I just cheered for the team. I cheered for the black and gold, right? I didn't really dissect every pass, or if Kenny Pickett played bad, you still got the win. I do find it funny how in this era now that we just like everything that stuffs up, we got to check. We got checks and balances. Like Kenny throws, two picks and it's the end of the world. But if they win the game, then he's on the hot seat. Stuff like that. I don't know. This is the way I see it. West is here too. Heading to Costco. Oh my goodness, lobster tail and stuff. I've never had lobster, man. I don't mind a bit of steak, but I've never had lobster. I'll tell you that. Steak's really nice, man. I'm going out for lunch today with my mates. We're going out and get some German beers. I don't know what you call them, but we're getting some nice big beers. Gonna have one of those. I can drive and have one of them, and get a chicken parmigiana or chicken snitty, and yeah, it should be a good day. Today too is like my off day from everything I'm doing right now. He needs to be exactly right. He needs to be on prime Big Ben's level now, or cut him. Yeah, man, it's time. G'day, Chloe. What's going on? On the way to work. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I don't know. I'll tell you what. Social media has killed a lot of things. In my opinion, I think it has. Now I have the access here, and I have the just a bloke in his room talking football to a wall, and you know what I mean. And you guys are listening, so thank you. But social media has killed a lot of things for us. I think it's like we are so quick to judge on every level, But whereas we used to watch football with our mates, we would turn on the TV. You'd watch football with your mates, or I wouldn't because it's too early in Australia. But you guys are watching a bar. You'd have the bar talk setting. That's why I like this. This to me is a bar talk setting. Everyone's walked into the bar. They're like, "Hey man, what's up? Cheers. Okay, here's the problem. I like this. I like that. He's my guy." And I will try and remain positive. Keanu Benton's playing really well too. I think he can go off. And you know what? Maybe the Steelers defense does have to do something to help out the offense. Maybe they need to score a touchdown per game. Like last week was crazy, getting 2 TDs and Chris Boswell they got 20 points, and the Steelers offense got 7. Maybe they have to help out that way, right? Keanu Benton played well. Minka played really well before he went off. And JPJ's got to see some more snaps too. So this is the kind of setting I want, guys, is like the bar talk. And I think, we are so overreactive on Twitter, on all these places. But that's what it is. Homer says, is Gunner? Yeah, Gunner's, he wasn't cut, but he's concussed. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Speaking of concussions, do I have the banner? Do I have the Rex banner? No, I don't. Did I make it? Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Okay. Apparently, Jalen Warren, right? Segue. Jalen Warren has been fined $48,333 for illegal use of the helmet in last week's win over the hashtag Browns are terrible. If you guys saw that play, it's the one where he gets the one where I broke it down on the play-by-play and the picture-by-picture. If I have the yes, it's this one. He's been fined for this. Apparently, he led with his head, and he's been fined $48,333 for lowering his shoulder or lowering his head and hitting the Browns player, right? That to me is ridiculous. And it's actually another reason why it's another reason why if I didn't follow my team, the Steelers, I probably wouldn't watch the NFL. The NFL, I think, does a really bad job. With the D Watt situation, it does a bad job marketing games on now. You guys get on YouTube for DirecTV. I get the Days or DAZN group that I had to cancel By the way, I have no idea how I'm going to watch the game next week. I haven't got an access because I cancelled it, right? Because I was charged, and then I asked for my money back, and then I was charged again. But the NFL does a really bad job in all these kind of things, and they want to fine Jalen Warren $48,000 for a football play, which is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Now we know Jalen Warren is an undrafted dude. He's probably one of the nicest blokes you'd probably see in the locker room. And I think his contract is quite small in comparison. Yes, here it is here. His contract is a 3-year contract with $2.57 million. Expect to earn, $870,000 a year. So you're fining him $48,000. Quite a bit of chunk change of his money for leading with the shoulder and hitting his head. Now, Jalen Warren can appeal this. And I think the Quan Alexander hit as well. He got out of that, appealed it, and didn't pay it. But the NFL is all about safety nowadays. James Debo Harrison said, if you can't hit him up near the chest and in the head and all that kind of stuff, you're going to force the players to hit low near the legs. And that's what happened with Minkah. Minkah was getting in trouble too from some players out there and some media saying he did it on purpose. Minkah didn't do that on purpose. He was going in for a tackle. But nowadays, where can a player hit other players? They can't hit them anywhere. You can't hit them in the shoulders. You can't hit them in the legs. You have to pretty much hit them in the zone of like just the chest or like the gut. So Minka's been fined $48,000 for that hit, which is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. These players can't afford it, man. I know they're getting paid big coin, but they need this money for their body. They need this money to, set up life for their families. Taking away that much money from a player who does make millions of dollars in their career, but their career can be so short. Now, Jalen Warren, I hope he has a long career that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, maybe longer. But the average career of an NFL player is 3 years, and if that contract is $3 million, you're taking away $50,000 off them like that for a football play. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Can't handle it. I just can't. Yep. Yeah. And that's right. There wasn't even any flags. And I agree. There was exactly right. Homer says they gave Quan his money back. They did. I just still think the idea of fining him like that is where do they make these numbers up? So it's $48,000, 333. Where does that money go to? So this is another reason that if I didn't follow the Steelers as much as I do, I wouldn't be as invested as I am into the NFL. So that sucks to me. I hope he gets off that and he's not charged the coin. Yeah, it doesn't. Ooh, well, that's cool. I prefer. My voice almost broke then too. Oh, I prefer it's the turf and turf. A 16. I just got it. You want both? You want you want both steaks? That's not bad. 16 ounce T-bone and a 24-ounce porterhouse. I like that. Toddy says, remember the old days watching a few games on a 12-inch black and white TV? Yeah, man. I watched it when I was little, and it's just different. It's different with social media. It really is. The first play we see, we're losing by 10 points, or we're losing by 7 points. Oh, the world's over. Fire everyone. You know what I'm saying? Pitchforks and whatever. And torches. It is different to watch it, but you watch it with friends and family. You get upset, you have fun and whatever. But it's different to watch on social media. I'm just saying that. Wes says, "No, I never had that. Nah." Yes. That joke was from four podcasts ago. That's fantastic. All over it, man. All over it. I'm not a big fan of surf and turf. I don't mind steak. I've never had. I don't think I like that. I'm not a big fan of seafood, to be honest. But I don't mind steak, man. Steak's all right. West says, doesn't Australia have? They probably do. Yeah, I'd probably say out west in Perth. I'd probably say in Tasmania, even along our coastal. Yeah, I think we would for sure. Like our coastal area would have a lot of good seafood. A lot of good. If you guys ever come to Australia, You have to go to like, Cairns and go to Sydney, go to, Gold Coast where I went the other day, Coolangatta, Melbourne down south, all on the coast. There's fantastic places that you go up and down the coast. It's crazy. Oh man. Hooly dooly. Yeah, I just don't understand. I feel bad for the bloke. I think the NFL, and you can't. And the thing is, you can't curse the NFL out. Roger Goodell's too powerful. He's like the almighty overseer. He's just way too powerful. Whatever Roger Goodell says, and also when he came into it, like it has changed. The NFL has changed quite a bit for safety. A lot of flags on the field, controversial calls. And the betting thing as well. You can't even hold a betting ticket in your hand without getting fined or losing your job. The Calvin Ridley thing was crazy. He got banned for a whole year. I tell you, that's what I'm saying. I hear you. They keep finding players and they want to add more games, and then they also take away training and practice and stuff like that. The NFL, when you look at it, and probably the more I talk them out, the less likely this video will be shared anywhere. But the NFL is not. It's all about the coin. It really is about the coin. It's about you know selling us our team, making us go and buy our jerseys, and it's about the coin. The price of the tickets is sky high right now. They're all and the price of the Game Pass and watching the games is sky high. It's all about coin. That's what it is. Roger Goodell's just been like that. I know, right? G'day, 46. What's going on? Oh, yep. Yeah. It's changed so much. The same as here in Australia too. It's just changed so much. Um, exactly right too. The taxes they got to pay for these players are insane. I don't know the actual number, but I know it's pretty high. I know that Florida has like the least taxes as well. Some players go there. So they say that like I was talking to a lady in a bar when I was in Gold Coast, and we're watching the Eagles game versus the Vikings, right? And she was like, "Oh, they get paid so much money. They're millions of dollars, or they get paid $1.5 million for a year." Like she said to me, "What's the lowest amount of money that these players make a year?" And I said, "Well, the average player only makes about $900,000 a year, right?" And she went, "Oh, that's pretty good." And I said, "Well, it is." But at the same time, the average player's career is like 2 to 3 years, and they're out of the league, right? When's the last time we've heard of Marcus Allen? Benny Snell's done. Like they're done. They come in with a rookie contract, they do the undrafted stuff, and by the next minute they're out of the league. They're out by 3 or 4 years. The average league contract is like 2 or 3 years. So in saying that, maybe sometimes if you're not the best of the best, like the Joe Burrows or whoever you may be, or the Minkas or the TJ Watts who are getting the big contracts, maybe it's not worth it. I don't know. So she was trying to convince me that like they're getting paid so much money. I was like, well, in reality, they're really not. They're putting their. You look at what happened to Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb gets a big injury and he could be out for his career. Now I did hear he was getting back after like 8 months, but still, that's why they get the coin. But then they get taxed all this money. Then the NFL fines them, and if they speak wrong in the media, if they don't show up to certain training camps, they get fined. So there's a lot of like stuff to it besides just be like, oh, that guy's a $1 million heir or whatever, and he gets this, and this. So the guys who are like Warren probably can't afford in his career to get fined $50,000 for a football hit. So yeah, it is. It is crazy because she was telling me that they get paid so much money when in reality it depends. You have to be the best of the best to get all the coin. The other guys are doing 3 or 4 years and getting average $1 million a season, and then taxes and all that kind of stuff too. So yeah, I probably wouldn't watch the NFL if I didn't love the Steelers. G'day, William. What's going on, mate? My favorite thing I have to do is after a good surf is come home and check out your mate. Yeah, man, that's what it's all about, man. Is jump in. I'll be live for the next 40 minutes or so. See how we go. If the chat keeps going, I'll just keep going live. I got nothing to do. I got nothing to do, mate. I'm just chilling. This is all about is come in the chat and have fun and have some good Steelers conversation. But we'll get into more Steelers talk soon. I just want to bring that up. I just thought it was crazy that you're going to find Joe. Yeah, dude. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I should have a steak today. I don't wouldn't mind a steak today. Oh man, I love how we always just talk food. I love that. I love it. Always just goes to food. It goes pizza. It goes chicken burgers. It goes food. And I rarely ever talk about the Steelers. Have you noticed that? I rarely ever do. Iru's good to eat. I've tried it a few times. I've tried it a few times. I've had it, I think, 2 or 3 times in my life. It's okay. It's like gamey meat though. It's really strong, really like tough. I'm not going to go out there and have a Roo burger, but I've usually just have like a normal beef burger is what I have. There you go. 46 says, what are we talking food? What's everyone having during tomorrow's game? I'm making chili cheese dip. I'll be having nothing, but I'll be having a drink and whatever. But if you guys are having, pizza or wings, I don't know if you have nachos. Do you have like burritos or whatnot? I have no idea what you guys normally eat. Hot dogs. Yeah, I actually think there's some truth to that too, by the way. I actually think there's some truth to that. Homer says pretty soon they'll be playing some flag football. There is some truth to that. Something, I don't know if they will, but there's like signs are leading that way. I could see it where they say, you know what? And I hope they never do, but you can't tackle the quarterback. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine, you know what? I think a lot of people, if they turned to the flag football, a lot of people would turn it off. They would. We would not have half the audience here if they made it flag football. They just can't. You can't do that. So hopefully they don't do that as well. There you go. On strike because they won't get 30% while getting extra day off per week. Grilled chicken, Spanish rice. That's fantastic. G'day, state mate. What's going on? Daniel J. State of the Steelers. What is the state of the Steelers right now? What is happening? The Steelers Steakhouse. Oh, that's a good name. That's a good name for a pub. That's a great name for a pub. Do you use the roux pouch like? Nah. Nah, dude. Do you use a roux pouch like a pitter and fill it with food? I guess they use their pouch for like Joey's. I don't think I don't think I don't think they carry their keys and wallet. They're like, the kangaroos are like, all right, just go on, just chuck it in my pouch. I couldn't even imagine. Imagine if you had to use kangaroos' pouch, like like you're going shopping, and you had to use their pouch to, hold your groceries or like hold your keys and wallet. Like, oh, where's me? You check your pockets. Where's my key? Oh, where's my keys and wallet? Oh, that's right. I left it in my kangaroo. It's in my kangaroo. Nah, man, it's nothing like that. Jet Devil says Macca's for the game. Yeah, I don't mind Macca's sometimes. I tell you what, I had a good burger from Macca's for the first time in a very long time. I feel like Macca's is always hit or miss, very hit or miss. I had a burger about a month ago, and it was one of the best burgers I ever had. It was just it was just unbelievable. It was like maybe one of the fresh ones. You know what I mean? It was like fresh bun, chips were good. The burger was actually good from Macca's. It wasn't all, slopped together. It was just good meat, good cheese. It was just really fresh. And I was like, man, this is awesome. But I feel like sometimes when you go to Macca's, you just get average play. You get average food. Oh my goodness, roux nachos would be crazy. Yeah, me too. I haven't even had breakfast yet. Oh, okay. We get this question a lot, but I do like it. What is the best pizza you've ever had? Did you make it yourself or did you get it at a restaurant? Well, I used to work at Pizza Hut. So I used to work at Pizza Hut for 9 years. So I'd probably say I've made it myself. But there is a few other ones. I can't think of like an individual pizza that I've gone to at a restaurant to be like, actually, no. There is a good pizza. I can't remember the name. It was somewhere. I was with my dad overseas in Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn? Yeah, Brooklyn. And I can't remember the name of the place, but it was like an oven-fired pizza. And it was like, I think it was like pepperoni, cheese, and mushroom. That was it. And tomato sauce. But it was like one of those ones, oven-fried, big pizza, kind of like the real Italian pizza. That might have been one of the best ones. It cost me like $21 or $25 for a USA pizza, which is crazy. But it was oven baked, or it might have been like the Woodstone oven bake with the fry, the coals and stuff like that. And yeah, it was like pepperoni mushroom. The cheese was like, ooh, you know that guy, the Portner dude. James, is it James Portner? I don't know his name. One Bite Pizza, whatever his name is. It was kind of like that. Yeah. Yeah, man. Same thing. The world's the world's first fanny pack or built-in purse. Can I say that online? I don't know if I'm going to say that. Holy dooly. Uh, the ones in Philly have been bad because of the bread is soggy from the grease. Yeah, you need good dough. You got to make like good dough from the start. Toppings are, I think toppings sometimes are the least important. You need good dough. You need the right amount of cheese. You need like good sauce too. I think you need a lot of sauce for a pizza. Like you need to have enough sauce on there to make it like all work together. And also don't want to overburn the pizza too. But I'd say like the wood fire ones like that, they're pretty good. But a good quality dough, like handmade dough, and if it's made that day, man, that can set the pizza aside. That is unbelievable what you can do with that. It's crazy. 46 says, I hope our offense does. Me too. I am pretty keen. I know we talked about MC a lot, so that's what it is. We have to do better. The whole offense is going to do better. I did see the stat that I played the other day. That's his kind of career 26, 26, 31, 29, 31, right? He has to do better. The offense needs to do better. Get Muth the ball. Get Hayward the ball. Please get Warren the ball. Run Najee. You're playing a weak opponent than you are the 49ers defense or the Browns. You know what, too? Maybe the Steelers are more of an underdog mentality because they're playing away. And, you know, they were more or less expected to be hyped up for the first game, got smashed. Second game was a really good game, by the way. And that's a pretty big win. And we talk about, you know, firing Tomlin, but that's a pretty big win by winning Monday Night Football again and smashing the Browns. And all the Browns thought they were going to smash us. So the Steelers came out with a victory. Defense played outstanding. And here we are moving to week 3, 1-1. The Steelers can go 2-1. They definitely can. Definitely can. I don't know. I think Marcus Allen might be out. I think he could be out. I haven't seen him. But that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of guys, they play 2 or 3 years in the league and that's it. You never see him again. Think of like Derek Watt. Derek Watt hasn't got a job. He's gone. You know, it just they're here for 3 or 4, 5 years, maybe 4 years, and then they're gone. Then you never hear them of again. They play their role for that time. They play college. They go through the draft. They hopefully save their money, all that kind of stuff. And next minute, you see the new rookies come in because it's such a not what do they call it, not for long league. But yeah, I do hope the Steelers can play well on offense. I want to see 2 TDs from Kenny. I want to see 250 yards passing. I want to see just an explosion on offense. Just don't hold back. Use it all. Fire up and just take the Raiders to town. The Bills scored 38 points on the Raiders as well. So yeah. Yuli says, typically when I like burgers greasy, but it depends. I hear you there. You still need a solid, bun though. You don't want to have it going all crazy. 3 Rivers 6. I don't know what that is. What's a sexy pizza? I don't know what that is. You work at pizza. There you go. Yeah, I was there for 9 years. I was there for nine and a half years before I was fired. I got fired for leaving cheese out, and then I took them to like not court, but like the pre-court, and I got my money back. They tried to fire me, and I told them to F off. I think I've told that story a million times. They fired me via text, and then I, took the boss to the pre-court of like trying to settle, like you can't fire me. Unfair dismissal was pretty much what it was. I woke up 20th of December, 5 days before Christmas. He said, you left the cheese out last night. You're fired. And I went, you can't do that. You can't fire someone via text that's been working there for 9 years. This was my new boss, the new boss. And then I got him a claim for unfair dismissal, and I got him for about $9,000. So sucked in wherever you are. I'm the winner out of that one. Don't F with me. I know what's going on. Oh, Macca's, okay. Oh, I like that. What's that? Oh, it was shut down for tax evasion. Oh my goodness. There you go. To see, yeah, there's a lot going on, man. There's stories everywhere, isn't there? Uh, yep, 100%, 100%, 100%. All right, catching up. Yep, I agree, Gene. That's probably a quality take, a big take. Get the ball to Muth. He's been targeted 4 times. He's catched the ball, I think, for 2 yards, two TDs, one TD, and yeah, you get the ball to Muth over the middle, something. Just somehow, some way, get it to him. They were talking so much smack. Now they're quiet as. They're so quiet. I was getting so much in my comments on how we're going to lose by heaps. So then I don't even really care. Until Cleveland wins one, I just don't worry about them. I don't want to see the Bengals win one, but they could be on the verge. You know what's funny, man? And by the way, this is a great show, by the way. I'm having fun. The Bengals could go 0-3. If the Bengals lose this week, that's going to be perfect. If they start the season out 0-3 and they lose to the Rams, the Super Bowl rematch, that's going to be fantastic. I think Joe Burrow's still got his injury still playing up, but I'm not too worried about the Browns. I really don't worry about Browns at all, to be honest. It just doesn't phase me with that. I just saw that. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know if I told that story. So when I was working there for 9.5 years, it was when I was like 23 years old. And I was planning to go to America. This is before I went to America for I was gonna have a long service. So when you work in Australia, when you work for 10 years, you get long service. I don't know if you guys have that in America, but when you work for 10 years or plus, you get long service leave. So I had mine built up. I had like all my pay built up. I would have had $6,000, $7,000 built up in long service leave, 2 months off, right? So the plan was to save up for that and then go away for Super Bowl 50. Now I eventually did go away for Super Bowl 50, but I went there because I had no job, and I actually went to America. Then I went to Canada because I went for a working visa. So it kind of worked out. But the plan was to save up, go on holiday for Super Bowl 50 and come back. But how it worked was I got fired. Then I went to the working visa, did that for a year. And yeah, here we are. But they fired me by text. So I left the cheese out, and my new boss, I had a boss for 8.5 years. Then I got a new boss who was terrible. He was like a Cleveland Browns fan, no, that's not bad. He was like the Cleveland the Bengals organization, just terrible. So he then fired me over a text 4 days before Christmas. I said, you can't do that. I took him for an unfair dismissal, and I got about $8,000 or $9,000 out of him, including my long service and all that kind of stuff. So I won in the end. So don't F with me because I know what's up. I understand how things work. Yep. 100%. And also, when you work in a place for more than 5 years, you have to be given like 3 warnings, letter of notice, all that kind of stuff. He just pretty much said, you're fired by text. Don't come in tomorrow. And I was like, because you know what he was trying to do? He was trying to fire me. He was trying to fire me and get rid of my long service leave. But it didn't work out because it ended up costing him more money in reality too. This is one thing I laughed at before. G'day, Boomersoon. What's going on, mate? There's a room that Mark has OnlyFans. Not yet. Yes, OnlyFans. That's sick. I'm going to use that. That's heaps better. I'd much rather do that. I'd much rather create an OnlyFriends, not OnlyFans. I like that. Yeah, crazy. That's insane. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to be OnlyFriends. I don't want OnlyFans. OnlyFriends. Really? Since he might sit Burrow tomorrow, what to kind of rest his injury? That could be crazy. Is it really? Chipotle is it Chipotle? Is made of cats. Oh man. Is it? That's crazy. I don't even know if that's true or not. Chickens under the freeway. Oh my goodness. Oh, g'day, mate. What's going on? Welcome to the show. It's early for you too. Is it your 8 a.m.? I think you're up north, right? I'm pretty sure you're up north. You're in Queensland, so it's probably like 7 a.m. Really early, mate. How you feeling? You feeling good for the game? I'm feeling good. I'm just laughing at this though. I'm laughing at the chat. I can imagine them grabbing the chickens on the way to work. His injury. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So, is that why they signed the guy from the practice squad? They signed a dude too. Let me see. That could be true, dude. If they're not playing Burrow, oh man, I might stream that game too. I might jump on Tuesday. Oh no, I think I'm working Tuesday. I can't. I can't do it. Actually, I might do it in the morning. I might do the first hour or so, and then jump off. Forgot I was working at the center. Joe Burrow calf questionable versus Rams. They signed AJ McCarron to the practice squad. They brought someone else up. Okay, so they're gonna try and lose. They're gonna lose if they don't play Burrow. Actually, they might have a better chance without Burrow because he's been playing bad. Interesting. It's 8. Oh, so it hasn't changed yet. When does it change? Must change in daylight savings, right? Changes soon, doesn't it? Holy dooly. Most of you will say is at will work states, meaning you can lose your job or quit at any time. That's fair enough. We have it here. Like if you work longer than 5 years, you're protected by a lot of rights. So there's a lot of things you have, like job security. They just can't fire you. They just can't walk in. If you've been working at a place for 9 years or 10 years, there's a lot of things that back you up. They just can't fire you because they can't fire you because they don't like you or something like that. So yeah. He always says Bengals are taking for Caleb. I don't know his last name. What's his last name? That's crazy though. So Joe Burrow is questionable for the Rams. So if they chance that he will be able to sit up in week 3, but will be taking precautions. Day by day. Still got the calf injury, eh? Okay. Maybe they're better off. Maybe they're better off sitting him and then getting him ready for the back half of the season and try and win 10 games in a row. But I still want them to lose. I still want the Bengals to lose too. Right? Oh, are they mad too? Are they real mad? That's fantastic. So it's not just us, right? Maybe it's every fan base. Maybe every fan base does that. They just go crazy about it. That's fantastic. I love that. Holy dooly. Yeah, because what are they? If they go 0-3, that's gonna be friggin' good. It's gonna be good for us. Alrighty. All right, let me take a quick break. Do a quick break. I'll come back and we'll do some questions and stuff like that. And give me about 20 seconds. That's my quarterback. I'll be right. Which one I'll play? This will do. Let's go, baby.
All right. Watch out. Let's go, baby. That's awesome. Woo! Kenny, what's up? Hey, what you doing tonight, man? Y'all watching TV? What y'all got going on? Hey, you ready to come back to Oakland? Hey, we're about to make you a Pittsburgh Steeler, brother. Congratulations to you and your family. Bro, we're excited to have you, man. This is awesome.
Alrighty, guys, this is awesome. Welcome back to the show. Gives me a chance to get a water, have a sip of my coffee, and reset. Right. Alex says, could the Steelers see him? Oh, this is the one that okay. The only way I think they do it, if the Steelers change, if it doesn't improve the next few games, right? To me, there's probably 3 things that can go right or wrong. If they don't improve at all, and it sucks, okay, well, it sucks, it's terrible. They can either fire Matt Canada, which the fan base would love, and I'd be okay with it. The second one is they could demote Matt Canada and give Glenn Thomas a play calling duty or somebody else, and just not tell Steeler Nation, right, that that's happening, or we have to deal with it, and he's our OC for the next year. But I don't see him being the OC at the end of the year, to be honest. I just from all the stuff that I've seen here with these numbers I saw the other day, I was like, that's some pretty telling numbers. he's still off, and I know it's a very blurry picture, but under OC Matt Canada, that's pretty bad. No matter what you have, um, the quarterback, the receiver, O-line, it's still pretty bad, right? 26, 26, 31, 29, 31. Over 3 years, that's pretty terrible. So to me, yeah, they could. They're either going to fire him maybe by the bye, which they don't do. Steelers don't do that. But they could almost demote him and then just get Glenn Thomas calling the plays and then work from there too. I don't know. I have no idea. I just hope we win. I hope the Steelers get it back together. They can run the rock. You remember last year, man? They ran the rock pretty well. They averaged 146 yards per game. And this year, they're averaging like 40 per game. So it's pretty bad. Yes. Change should happen before the bye. I agree. You can be fired by any reason? That's crazy, man. We have some more things to protect us, I guess, in that sense. Yeah. Holy dooly. It's going to be my 10 a.m. So I'll be doing the stream tomorrow at 10 a.m. Don't know if I'll be having beer yet. Might be too early for beer. We'll see. But 10 a.m. for me, 10 to 1. Hopefully it's a quicker game. Last week was a pretty long game. And here we go. All right. He's got my steak, lobster, shrimp, also vodka. There you go. Margarita mix and total wine for more. I'm ready for the weekend. Love that. Love being set up like that. You know, got your barbecue ready, got everything ready for the weekend. You are set. It is your Saturday, Sunday, Steelers football, Sunday night football. You're fed well, you're drinking well, keeping hydrated, you're all sweet, you're good to go. G'day, Sleeping Lady. What's going on? Aussie fan, yeah, what's up? Hope you're enjoying the show. I've been on YouTube for 2.5 years. It still amazes me that like YouTube is that big, and depending how I do my thumbnails and titles and stuff like that, all the YouTube stuff, depending how far the reach goes. So there are people every day that have never seen me on YouTube before, but it makes sense because YouTube is a massive platform. There's over 2 billion. I think it's like 2 billion. I think 2 billion people watch YouTube a day. YouTube in general. There's millions of accounts. So yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I've been on YouTube and a Steelers fan. I've been a Steelers fan for 25 years or 23 years, whatever it is. I've been on YouTube for 2.5 years. Just talking football. So welcome to the show. Alrighty, that's cool though. You got everything set up. Yeah, I think that may happen. I think that's a feeling because I think Tomlin's even talked about things like that. He's not happy with the offense. I don't think we'd know about it, to be honest. I think they would probably demote him and somebody else would call play. I don't know. All I want to see is them run the football effectively. This offense works when they run the football, and the O-line's got to get better. Even my mate Merrill Hodge, who came on the show, he talked about the O-line. They got to push guys in front of them. They got to do better, right? That's crazy. I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, man. I told my boss where to go once he fired me. Ooh, that's a good question. You think once Coach T has a losing season, Steelers will get rid of him and start looking for his No. I actually don't think that Coach T will have a losing season. Not this year. I think they'll figure it out. They can win this game, but they can be 2-1. They can versus the Texans. They can win that 3-1. And if they lose to the Ravens, that's 3-2. So he'll still be in front. I don't know his replacement. I don't think his replacement's in the building. Let's be honest. I don't think it's going to be any one of those coaches. And I don't think Coach Tomlin is going to retire anytime soon. Like I think the next 5 or 7 years, or however long this Kenny Pickett experiment goes for, he might be coaching. Rob, he loves coaching. He loves it. I don't think he's going to retire. Love it. Love it. You're watching the game again. Yep. G'day, Steelers saying, Jedi. What's going on, mate? Steelers should be 3-1 going into the bye week. Well, I think we versed the Ravens before that, so we could be 3-2. Let me see. So we versed San Fran kicked our butt 30-7. We got a good. By the way, we got to celebrate last week's win. It was a really good win. I know the offense wasn't playing good, but the win was pretty good. 26-22 that they beat the Browns. AFC North win in the standings. That's a good win. If the Steelers beat the Vegas Raiders at prime time, which is going to be a crazy game tomorrow, a lot of Steel Nation is going to be out there too. I know Mackenzie Miller, she's going to be out there. I know Brian Anthony Davis, he's going to be out there. Wish I could be out there too. But they're going to represent. And if they win that game and get rid of the hoodoo that haven't haven't beat the Raiders out that far since 1995, they can win that game. They're 2-1. If they go to Texans and don't take them lightly and actually play a football game. And by the way, we still have TJ Watt and we have our great defense. And of course, if the guys on the D line step up and take care of business while Cameron Hayward's out, because he's out for the next 7 weeks, so is DJ still. We can win the next 2 games or game by game. They could be 3-1, and we'd be like, we'd probably still be unhappy. But we need to be more content with it. Oh, okay, they're doing all right. Then you verse the Ravens. If you go 3-2 at the bye, that's pretty good. Then you have a whole stretch to go. It's going to be a long season. It's a long season. I'm not giving up yet. Gotcha. Hey, you got on the Redbirds game. Let's go. Oh, that's insane, man. It's gonna be insane out there in Baltimore, right? Wait, no, is it in Baltimore? No, it's in it's in Pittsburgh. That's insane. Yes. So you're flying all the way from the West Coast to go to that's gonna be a fun game, dude. That should be a primetime game, to be honest, not 1 p.m. Do they play the Ravens primetime? Oh, they will though. So they play in the last week. That'll be primetime for sure. It might come down to AFC North football to win the division in week 17. It definitely could. What do you think of Big Ben being OC? I think, honestly, he's so comfortable doing podcasting, drinking beers, having fun with his kids that he wouldn't be OC. Now, could he make a good OC? Maybe. Did he listen to his OCs? Not all the time. Is he a great football player? Yes. But I don't think he would be our OC. I think he's pretty much set doing podcasting, drinking beers with Spence, and enjoying that YouTube lifestyle and that relaxed, golf. And I think he's done his time in the NFL. He's now just going to talk about the NFL, and he's like, what 18 years as a Steeler. And that's why I think it's crazy everyone's giving up on KPH so fast. I know he hasn't played good just yet or played pretty poorly, but Big Ben didn't always play great. But he was more the gunslinger too. Excellent. See ya. Bye. Yes, I did see that. Yes. The offensive line isn't playing up to scratch. The way we had the overall hype about Isaac Seumalo and Dan Moore into the offseason. He got bigger, better, stronger, and do they bring in Broderick Jones? Maybe after the bye. Maybe you bring him in. I'm not too sure. But the O-line hasn't played as expected, as they were hoping to how they finished last year with Cole and even Daniels too. They've just been off. They've been letting guys run through. They haven't had any push on the run game. None. Zero push on the run game. Najee Harris pretty much grabs the ball and gets tackled in the backfield. And everyone's like, well, Najee sucks. He's terrible. Well, he hasn't got any room to run. You need room to run. It's not just on Najee. It's not just on Kenny. It's the whole offense as a unit. Right, so it's hard to see him. Yeah, I like that comment you made the other day. You said let Charlie Batch call this. You said let Charlie Batch call the plays from the booth, and then you said let Big Ben call the plays from his podcasting room. Fantastic. I was thinking the same thing too. He might get frustrated. Yeah, he might get frustrated too. Oh, she's cool, man. She's been really busy. She's been really, really busy. I've talked to her yesterday. She said she was going. She drove to LA, to Vegas. She's out there partying, having a good time. But yeah, she's been really busy doing like her acting stuff and that, and she's a aspiring actor, all that kind of stuff. She's a real cool chick too, by the way. So she's out there representing Steeler Nation, having a good time, and she's coming back like Monday or Tuesday or something like that. So she's out there. I think they're tailgating. I think they're tailgating today or tomorrow. Maybe it's tomorrow when the game starts. Holy dooly. That Spence. I don't know what. Can you pinpoint why? Um, I've got a few reasons why I think sometimes you know what, I'm nothing against the guy, but you know why what it may be, and let me know if this makes sense. Don't try so hard. Not to you, Toddy, to Spence and those guys. I find a lot of guys just aren't natural podcasters or natural talkers. When you try hard and when you try to land jokes and you try way too hard to set something up, or you're not being yourself, people will know that could be it. Let me know. Is that it? I think that might be it. I would love to do a podcast with Spence and Big Ben, and now I probably can't because I called him out. But when you try really hard and you put on the fake voice and you do all those things, it doesn't come off as honest, unique, or I don't know. It doesn't come off as like genuine. Do you know what I mean? And I find they have like the structure where they have to get the beer first, and and like you have to go back and forth with Big Ben. He tries to make Big Ben laugh all the time. It doesn't seem legit, I guess. I don't know. Just don't try so hard. That's me. But I'm not an expert. I'm just a bloke in my room. I think people get really nervous on the camera. And by the way, I'm talking in my room by myself, but they get really, really nervous on camera, and they freeze up. And they're like, "Oh, what do I talk about?" But you can pretty much talk about anything. Like we can talk about back to pizza if you want to. We can go back to talking about what are you guys doing right now? Like where are you guys? It's a podcast. You can do whatever you want. We've been going for 52 minutes. We can go for another 5 hours if we want to. Doesn't matter. It's your podcast. It's our podcast. It's our bar. We can do what we want. Right. I love that too, man. Yes, I love that. Yeah. Boomer Sooner says, "What's the most Steelers?" I love that. That is probably, yeah, that's probably the one. He's like, big play, Will Gay. He goes in the end zone. He's like, and the whole time he's just going like, and then Joey Porter's on his knees like, hey, whoa. It's so funny. It's so good. It's so funny. Oh, I do love that. I think that's. Let me look that up. That is a funny celebration, man. Oh, it's so good. I wish I could show it, but it's so funny. He goes for a minute and a half. Hang on, he gets picked off, right? He gets picked off by the Bengal throws, whoever that was. Boom, reaches down, celebrate. TD the end zone. It's like 23-7 in the third quarter. Hey, like this. And then he goes all the way. It's a whole team involved. It cuts to the Bengal. He's still dancing with Allen there, cornerback Allen, number 20. Brian Allen, I think his name was. And he's dapping everyone up, and he's like dancing with everyone with Mike Mitchell, shakes everyone's hand, Ramon Foster headbutt, and then he's dancing again. He's dancing again with Anton Blake. They're running around. Antonio Brown comes in, daps him up too, doing a play-by-play of the celebration. And then he's on the and then he's on the and then he's on the ground doing the knee thing with Joey Porter. Oh, it's so funny. And he's like on the ground going, oh, like this as he celebrates with Joey Porter, man. And they're like they're both doing like the Lisa and Bart Simpson with the kicking legs and like, oh, you know? Oh, man. And he comes in and goes, whack, like that. Oh, it goes for like a minute. It's so funny. It's such a good celebration. It's probably one of the best ones I've seen. Holy dooly. Oh, thank you. Thank you. My mate Dylan, Smack That Under, gave me a super chat of $2.99 Australian. Friendly donation for your German beer. Fantastic. I am getting keen for that. That is in the next 4 hours for lunchtime. Woo! That's going to be a lot of fun, man. I don't know why I'm so keen for lunch. It's just lunch. But I'm pretty keen for that too. Yeah, I guess you can have your beliefs and whatnot, but I just don't think he does. He doesn't seem that genuine. You're right. Don't fake it. Just be who you are. I just did a play-by-play with the celebration call. Be who you are. Don't be anyone else. Right? Yeah, but he's cool, man. He's all right. He's okay. The only one I don't like is Chat Sports. Can't stand them. They aren't even Steelers fans. They're a big organization based in Dallas. The guy who runs Steelers chat, he also runs. Did you know that? I don't know if you knew that. The guy who runs Steelers chat also runs. I'll show you. Let me show you. He also runs Washington Commanders chat too. So Commanders chat, and I know a lot of fans don't know this. This is why it annoys me. Jack Sparrow, he does, and I wish people knew this, but they don't. This is why it's so frustrating. Jack Sparrow does both the Steelers and the Washington Commanders chat. I don't know if you knew that. He's the host for both. And everyone loves, little Jack Sparrow over there. But he does two channels. He's not a fan of the team. He's a fan of the Raiders, actually. And I know it's his job, but it's frustrating, dude. Right? You won't see me do that. So if you look that up and you look at that YouTube, you click that link or whatever, he does both the Washington Commanders and he does the Steelers. And everyone in the chat thinks the fans of the Steelers think he's a Steelers fan. He's the best Steelers YouTuber on the planet. He's not. He's not. He's a friggin' Commanders. He works for a company that does Commanders and the Steelers. Anyways, thank you, Dylan, mate. I'm keen for that German beer. That I'm ready. I don't know what you call it, the big lager, the big Stein, ready to go. So yeah. Alex said, do you think Kenny Crawls plays? Could be. I think so. When it's more quick pace, how much time do you have so the Canada can put the plays into the headset? I think as Kenny gets more reps, I think he'd be able to do that too. So I'd say so. I'd say he would have that. That's the only one I don't like is Chat Sports. Chat Sports are a big company. They don't care about you. All they care about is your money. They run super chat competitions. They ask for your likes every single time. I rarely ever ask for likes, and I rarely ever ask for subscriptions now. It's if you have good content, people will stick around, and that's what it is. You don't have to ask for anything. If you make the good content, people will come back. They'll stick around, and you just keep growing their brand. But those guys over there, they're a machine. They are not. They're not anything. They're whatever. They're just a machine. I don't even put myself in the competition with them because you can't compete with them because how cheap they are. But that's what it is. Right. Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, Nick Chubb, the MCL, he might be only out like 6 to 8 months or something like that. So that's interesting as well. Holy dooly. I don't know if we've got anything more to cover, but in I guess the Steelers game tomorrow, I think we can win. I think our defense will show up. Can Jimmy G beat us? I don't know. He's going to link up with, is it Devontae Adams over there, Hunter Renfrow? They have Josh Jacobs. We've got to stop the run. There's a lot of things we've been talking about, really. As long as we can stop the run and force Jimmy G to pass. The things I'm going to look out for, to be honest, is will we see, and I might do a video of this later tonight, but will we see, JPJ on the field? It'd be nice. It'd be good to see him on the field if they make Peterson come down the slot, or if he plays sparing reps, or maybe you get JPJ to take over Levi Wallace's job. I don't know, but maybe you have JPJ come on the field because he played some good snaps last time. Yes. Yeah, they're good. That's the only one I don't like. Alex Kazora. Hey everybody. Alex here. Like I don't like chat. That's the only one I can't stand because they're not Steelers fans. Everybody else are Steelers fans. The chat's not Steelers fans. But yeah, I want to try and see if JPJ gets more snaps. I think Keanu Benton makes a bigger role. There's the other news we had too was the kickoff return guy joined the team today. I think he's been moved up from the practice squad. Braden Fahoko is on the line too. So there are some good positive things moving forward in this game. Quandre Olsen, that was the guy. He's been elevated to Quandre Olsen, running back from practice squad. He's been elevated to the Raiders. So active, right? And I think he's also a kickoff guy. So we might see him returning kicks. Yes, I think he's a kickoff guy. I think so. Anyways, he could be the third down back because McFarland's on IR too. So he got hurt. So all that kind of hype around him, Gonski's. Hope he comes back. But Olsen is playing. I think he'll be more kickoff return, maybe with Hayward too. And the other bloke was Fahoko. Fajoko's been activated from the roster, practice squad to the game as well. I'm going to sneeze. Far out, man. Far out. Anyways, guys, if you've got any more questions, we'll start to wrap it up. Yeah, he is. Yep. I agree. I don't know how much time he'll get. Maybe, I don't know who starts, but I still like Benton. I like him playing in there. I like what Leal was doing too. I thought he was playing some good reps too. So I don't know. But yeah, Pat P, he's a good leader. He should be well enough. I know he got picked on a fair bit, but that's football, man. And I think it's going to be different. I think this game is like both teams are even. There's not like a powerhouse team with the 49ers, or there's not like the Browns defense was going crazy after us, but then we had better defense too. I think we got it better. All right, let's get out of here. Let's do some score predictions. If you guys have any scores, and I'll read them out, and then we'll see you later, mate. So I'm going to have some breakfast. I'm going to have some breakfast before I have lunch. And I'll play a song too. Without Wheelers, mate. You're playing? 27-16. That's what I've got. I want to see Kenny Pickett get 2 TDs. Najee Harris, 100 yards. Oh, I like that. Homer, how's that? 28-10. I like that. That's good, man. I like that. You like that? That's fantastic. What else we got? 28-14. I like that. 2 4 TDs. Yeah. Oh no. 24-17. Las Vegas. Fair enough. We'll see what happens. Alex has got 13-10 Steelers. Low scoring game. Jeremiah Yoda has 28-14. Right. So Daredevil, we reckon that we're going to lose the game. We could lose the game. It's who knows. I think we're gonna find out tomorrow if this defense is for real. They played good football last week. I can see how Highsmith and TJ taking over again. I really can. I'm not like heaps hyped up where I'm like we have to. They're a sure win. No, there's going to be a hard game. They got to go to Vegas. They're playing away. They're playing at home. It's the Raiders' first home game. The Raiders can rush the ball too with Jacobs and those dudes, right? We're playing Spillane too on the other side, so he's amped up. But can we take care of him? Yes. Jimmy G, he's a good quarterback, or pro quarterback. But will he be distracted by the Las Vegas Strippers? We don't know. Todd's got 23-20 until it comes to fruition, and Chloe's got 28-14. Rightio. All right, guys, that's it for the show, I reckon. We're done for today. Thank you, everyone, for joining the chat and saying hello. And I'll be here around the same time tomorrow for the game. Sunday Night Football. Get your terrible towels ready. Get your jerseys ready. Get your food ready, your pizza, beers, everything. And let's have a good time, man. The Steelers, if they win this game, they go 2-1. I really want to see, and I'll talk about it later tonight, I want to see Kenny Pickett. I think he's one big takeaway. I think I want to see him do something. I want to see JPJ on the field. I think that's going to happen too. And I'd like to see him get a pick or something like that. I want to see the physicality continue with Quan Alexander, middle linebackers. And I also want to see Najee bounce back and have a good run game too, or at least the offensive line start to run the football. That's what I want to see, that kind of stuff. Kenny doing well, offensive line doing well, running the football, all those kind of things I think can come. Yeah, excellent. Thanks, guys. Yous are awesome. And I'll see you later. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.